Team, the market is crashing. This chart shows the steep decline. We must act now.
The margin is thin.
The projections, now!
I'm trying. The model is crashing.
Fix it!
$80,000 stay broke. Same result. Different income. Same anxiety at the end of the month. Same feeling that the number should be working by now, but somehow is not. And why do people making $150,000 stay broke? Because they do, consistently, in numbers that should not be possible on that income but are. The Rooster has seen the data. The financial stress at $150, zero is statistically not that different from the financial stress at $50,000 once lifestyle adjusts to the income level. It is not the economy. Not entirely. It is not inflation. Not entirely. It is not your job or your income or your city or any of the external variables that are easy to point at because they are real and because pointing at them feels better than looking somewhere else. It is 5 psychological bugs running in your brain right now, installed by evolution, exploited by an economy that spent billions of dollars studying them before you ever had a chance to know they existed. The Rooster found them, all 5, and once you can see them operating in real time, you become significantly harder to cook. This is not comfortable. The Rooster does not do comfortable. Let's go. Bug number 1, lifestyle inflation. Every time your income increases, your brain registers the new level as the new normal within approximately 90 days. The years that felt significant in month 1 feels like the baseline in month 4. And the expenses that were supposed to stay the same quietly expand to meet the new number. New income, new car payment, new apartment, new dining out frequency, not because you made a deliberate decision to upgrade your life. Because upgrading felt like the natural response to earning more, and nobody warned you that natural responses to earning more are exactly what the system was built to produce. The person earning $50,000 and spending $35,000 builds more wealth than the person earning $80,000 and spending $75,000. Not eventually, from month 1. Because the gap between income and expenses is the only number that actually builds financial freedom. And lifestyle inflation closes that gap automatically every time income increases, unless you intervene deliberately. The intervention is simple. Every time your income increases, commit to investing at least 50% of the increase before lifestyle catches up to it. Half the raise builds freedom. Half rewards the work that produced it. Both things happen. Neither cancels the other. Bug number 2, hedonic adaptation. You buy the new car, and for 3 weeks the commute feels different. Then the car becomes the car. The commute is the commute again. The feeling that justified the $735 monthly payment is gone. The payment remains. Every consumer purchase is subject to this. The feeling it produces is temporary. The financial cost is permanent. And the gap between those two facts is where an enormous amount of wealth quietly disappears from people who are genuinely trying to build something better. The system understands hedonic adaptation better than you do. New phone models release on a schedule calibrated to when the previous model has fully adapted into the background of your daily experience. New car models arrive when the current car has become ordinary. The upgrade cycle is not accidental. It is engineered around the specific timeline of your brain returning to baseline. Before any significant purchase, ask one question. Am I buying this because what I have genuinely no longer serves its purpose, or because it no longer feels new? One of those answers justifies the purchase. The other one is hedonic adaptation, asking you to fund its next cycle. Bug number 3, present bias. Your brain values $100 today significantly more than $1,000 in 10 years, even though the math says $1 in 10 years is objectively worth more. This wiring served human survival well for most of history when the future was genuinely uncertain. In a modern financial context, it is catastrophic. It is why people raid their 401k to cover a present expense even when they understand intellectually that the long-term cost, including taxes, penalties, and lost compound growth, is 3 to 4 times the amount withdrawn. The present need feels urgent and real. The future cost feels abstract and distant. The system exploits present bias with extraordinary precision. Buy now, pay later is present bias as a product. The subscription-free trial that converts to a paid plan is present bias as a business model. The minimum payment is present bias as a revenue strategy. Every mechanism designed to accelerate your current consumption at the cost of your future financial position is built on the understanding that your brain will consistently undervalue the future cost relative to the present benefit. The counter is not willpower. Willpower depletes. The counter is automation. The automatic investment transfer that leaves your account before you can choose to spend it does not require you to choose the future over the present every month. The choice was made once when you set up the automation. Present bias never gets another vote. Bug number 4, social comparison. Your great-grandmother compared herself financially to her neighbors. People whose actual income and actual expenses she had reasonable visibility into because they lived similar lives in similar proximity. The comparison was calibrated to reality. Your comparison group is whoever appeared in your social media feed this morning, a curated, filtered, financially unrepresentative sample of aspirational content designed to generate the specific feeling that your current life is insufficient relative to the lives you are observing. You are comparing your internal experience, the full unfiltered reality of your financial life, including every anxiety and shortfall and difficult month, to other people's external presentation, which is the best possible version of a financial life that may be significantly more complicated than it appears. And you are making spending decisions based on that comparison. Every dollar spent closing a gap that does not actually exist is a dollar that does not build the freedom that would close the real gap, which is the gap between your labor being mandatory and your labor being optional. Audit once which specific consumption in your life exists primarily because of what someone else's life looked like on a screen. That audit is uncomfortable. It is also one of the highest return exercises available in personal finance. Bug number 5, the sunk cost fallacy. You have paid for 6 months of a gym membership you do not use. Your brain says if you cancel now, those 6 months were wasted. So you keep paying to justify what you already paid for something you are not using, with money you are currently earning. You are paying for a service you do not use to avoid feeling bad about money you already spent on a service you did not use. The sunk cost is gone regardless of what you do next. The only financially rational question is whether the future payments are worth the future value they will deliver, not whether canceling dishonors the past payments. Those payments are gone either way. The system exploits sunk cost thinking with deliberate precision. The annual subscription priced to make cancellation feel like abandoning an investment, the course that requires continued engagement to justify the purchase price, the financial product that has produced losses but feels like it deserves a chance to recover before you exit. Every financial decision should be evaluated on what it will deliver going forward, not on what has already been spent. Cancel the gym membership today. The 6 months are not coming back. The next 6 months of payments are still available to redirect. 5 bugs. All of them real. All of them exploited deliberately by a system that studied your psychology before you had the chance to study it yourself. Lifestyle inflation that consumes every raise before it reaches an investment account. Hedonic adaptation that produces the upgrade cycle the consumer economy runs on. Present bias that makes future building feel less urgent than present consuming. Social comparison calibrated to aspirational content designed to make your real life feel insufficient. Sunk cost thinking that keeps you paying for things that stop delivering value because stopping feels like losing. None of these are character flaws. All of them are human. And all of them become significantly less powerful the moment you can name them clearly, enough to see them operating in real time. The person making $40,000 who understands these 5 bugs builds more wealth than the person making $80. 0 who does not because of income, because of what happens to the income after it arrives. You were not born knowing this. You were not taught this. The people who benefit from these bugs going unexamined made sure the curriculum stayed incomplete. Now the curriculum is complete. Wake up earlier than the system expects. That is the whole strategy. Your eggs are yours. Act like it. Rooster economy. Because someone has to say it.